Hi, my name is Lily, and I'll be talking about buoyancy. Buoyancy is the ability of something to float in liquid. What determines if something is buoyant? If the displaced water weighs more than the object will float. If the displaced water weighs less than the object will sink. For example, let's do an experiment in my buoyancy lab. Displacement. What do we mean by displacement? Let me show you. Notice how the water is right here. And if I push my cup slowly, smoothly all the way down, the water is right here. That is how much water that this cup has displaced. And if that displaced water weighs more than the object will float. And if the displaced water weighs less than the object will sink. Okay, let's do an experiment. This is my ocean. This is my cruise ship. Now, notice how when I put my cruise ship in, it displaces very, very little water. Okay, so if I add more water, it gets heavier and heavier and displaces more. But why is it still floating? Because it still weighs less than the water it displaced. But what happens if it weighs more than the water it displaces? Well, let's check it out. I'm going to put a very, very heavy passenger on my cruise ship. Now, see how it sinks? That's because it weighs more than the water it displaced. Oh no! Our ship sunk! What are we going to use to help us survive? I have an idea. Let's get a wooden log to help us survive on the ocean. Now, this floats because it's full of air and it weighs less than the water it displaces. Let's pretend we didn't have logs and we had to swim to save our lives. Now, one of the passengers discovered while we were swimming that if you inhale, you float a little higher, and if you exhale, you sink a little lower. Why is that? The reason is the amount of water displaced is different when you inhale and exhale. So when you inhale, your body is a little less dense. But when you exhale, your body is a little more dense. That is what buoyancy is.